Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Tuesday, August 19th, and we are cruising through the end of August. I am live in Canada, guys. I'm at Niagara Falls, so we're just going to make it a quick show because I'm going to get out there and start checking things out. Niagara Falls is beautiful. Me and my wife went there last night. It's awesome, all lit up, so I can't wait to go check it out and do the tours and all. This is what the heat map looks like this morning. It's a little flat red, not doing a whole lot. It wasn't doing a whole lot yesterday either. I don't expect a whole lot this week or next week. So let's roll right through, see what's going on real quick, and let's get popping. Despite I talk about a crazy look, I posted it yesterday. Holy cow, that look is crazy right there. It does look like it wants to pop up, but I think we might see a little bit of that pullback first, and it could come down to your 2050. You have your trend lines here, your support lines, so it's not too bad, but it does look like it could pull back a little bit. We're just going to go right through, see what our Joe Lee's jumpers are doing. Oh, I thought I had X up. Hold on. I thought I had the X up there. It was up. I must have took it off. Hold on one second. Let me pop on here, find our Joe Lee's jumpers real quick, and there we go. They are right there for Tuesday. ADD, I know that was popping up there. That was popping yesterday. ADD, remember I was saying it was looking good on that big old dip there, that color star, and there you go, curling up, looking pretty good right there, I must say. So that's your color star. Let's see, BTAI, I'm going to put this list. Actually, let me do this. Hold on one second. All right, hold on. Let me get this figured out down here. I can never move the damn cursor. Here we go. All right, now let's do it. X to the Joe Lee's jumpers, and then we're good. All right, here we go. One second. Now I got it. All right. I forget how I set things up when I go on vacation. BTAI, here we go. Now I'm good. BTAI, that was dipping down a little bit, and that one had run up. I think that one's pulling back. Genius Group right here is pulling back a little bit to get set up right there. I was looking at that actually. And GTI, that looks pretty good. Our Volkswagen car is trying to zoom up there, even though it's not a Volkswagen car. It is Jet technology, and it is curling up there, not looking too bad right there. And LASC, let's see what that's doing. LASC, and that's looking pretty good this morning. Yo, watch this thing, guys, for some momentum right there. That thing's not looking bad at all. And let's see, I can never get the cursor moving around the right way. And let's see, Yucky Day, Laptop Travel said, glad he's taken most of it off. VKTX is his only play. And I'll thank you, Laptop Travel. You're the best, dude. Nope, you don't need any spaces. Appreciate it right there. And I just clicked over, so thank you. And you guys can hear me all right, so that works well. And LIDR right here. Thanks, Laptop Travel. That worked perfect, dude. I can see them perfectly. LIDR is that AI right here. And let me just see if I can't make the screen. There we go. It's a little too big. You can see your RS or MACD down there, and that is getting curled up, looking good. Keep an eye on this AI one. That one's looking real good right there. I know our open door was moving back up right there, and like I said, it was setting back up. That was a beautiful one. We were probably the first people on it at 50 cents, ran it up all the way, talked about the pullback and then the run up. I mean, now that one perfectly. PPCB right here, ProPank, Biopharma or something. I don't even know this one, but that's just pulling back. It is getting set up. It's not looking bad right there. And PSTV, hold on. Here we go. And PSTV is not looking bad. I know it was setting up last week, Plus Therapeutics right there. Oh, it was running up. That's right. So it is pulling back a little bit right there. And let's see what SNGX is doing here. Let's see. I can't put a 4 at the end of it because that won't make it work. It was run up yesterday, clearly, and trying to do something today. Let me see. It isn't even looking bad. It is pulling back out of that top, though. I gotta see this one. That's an interesting look right there. Claim this back. How did I lose it? It was just working this morning. That's interesting. Anyway, SNGX, let's get to it. I got to see this thing. That's an interesting look. Yeah, it did run up pretty good yesterday with a little healthy pullback right there. It's not looking bad, though. It could get set back up there. I'd watch that. SR, what does that say? XH right here. And SRXH or SRX Health. And that's just it was running up last week, a little healthy pullback right there. And let's take a look and see what XNet is doing right now. And that one was jumping up and just hitting the resistance. It could stay in the top there, guys, and bounce up a little higher. So there you go with your Jolie's jumpers. Thank you, Asian Jolie. Always greatly appreciate it. Good way to always kick off our show, that's for sure. No laptop travel list. He is refining his scanner and everything. I just posted that out, and we will have that. And I'm just going to go through the SPY big cap, see what's going on real quick. And again, not a whole lot, as Laptop Travel mentioned earlier. He said it was kind of a yucky day. It looks kind of yucky. It's probably a perfect day to not pay attention to the market and be in Niagara Falls and go and doing some exploring. So, I'll be out early and cruising around. So let's just get to it real quick and see what our SPY is doing at the moment. It is down, and I'll tell you what, guys, that is the most interesting look. I got to see it over here. I was already looking at it earlier, obviously, but what an interesting look. And it does. It looks like it wants to pull back ever so slightly to the 20 and roll off. And it could take 2 weeks to do it, honestly. I mean, it's just like taking its time. It's good old time. If it comes under the support, it could still take its time because you got the 20, 50 and everything underneath of it. It is a very interesting look right there. I am not going to lie. I'll be watching it today. That Apple right here is down a little bit, and that had run up. It looks like it's going to have a little pullback. And again, they don't look like they're going to be dipping too hard there, but they do look like they're going to be dipping. And I'll be able to tell if they do want to dip hard. But at the moment, they don't look like they want to come down that hard. Amazon's still setting up. Could see some pullback right there. And good old Google right here is pulling back and was in the top and pulling out. So, again, I think we're seeing this last setup. And look at this. I mean, Meta, look at that setup right there, guys. Even if it pulls back and you got all your support lines, you're still looking really good right there. And how about Microsoft MSFT? Oh, what am I doing? FT, there we go. And good morning, Louis Rodriguez. You almost entered CoreWeave yesterday, and glad you did. And I'll look at that one next because that was dipping good. Microsoft coming down finally. Remember, I was telling you guys, I mean, I couldn't believe it was stayed in the top this long up here, let alone stretched out to there. And now you're seeing a pullback, and look how easy it's coming down. I mean, it's not that crazy, and it's making plenty of room on the chart. And these things are staying pretty good looking. I mean, when you're pulling back looking like that, you got all this support down here, you're easily going to get bullish again. So it does not look bad at all. And I don't know why I keep hitting the 4, but in the video right here is up a little bit and still can't get through that resistance, but looks pretty good to stay up there anyway and just getting set up. Maybe you see a little pullback to make some room. And good old Tesla right here is down a hair, and another one, just beautiful setup happening there. So there you go, guys. That is what they look like. Sam says today seems weird. Might just exit positions as I'm able and wait till tomorrow. I don't blame you, Sam. That is a crazy look right there, Sam. I've been putting the SPY up. I even posted it yesterday as I was looking. I was like, wow, that's a really crazy look right there. And hold on. I don't know what I'm doing, but hold on a second. Let me do that again. I don't know what just happened. And it keeps... yeah, that's a great look at that thing just sitting right there, and it looks like it could curl off. I mean, there's some kind of news coming out, guys. You can see it. And oh yeah, isn't Putin and Zelensky supposed to talk or something, or that could be the setup right there, guys? This whole maybe the whole war is going to be over, because the markets will pop. They do not like conflict like that, so the markets will pop, I believe, if they do settle a conflict, the war over there. So I know, I'm not sure when they're supposed to do a summit or have it talk to each other, but that's supposed to happen. SPY looks like a cat on the ledge. It sure does, Louis Rodriguez. It looks like it could make a big leap and make the landing, or it could just fall and not make the landing. It looks crazy right there, Louis Rodriguez. I can't disagree with that. That is a wild look. I'm not going to lie. So anyway, let's cruise through, see what the rest of them look like. AMC right here. That's setting up, guys. I'm telling you, AMC is looking good. This GameStop's been looking real good right there. And we know Chewy had been looking good because it's been running up here. And now it's just a little healthy pullback, but still setting up. And Unity, what the heck am I hitting? Unity right there is just pulling back, hitting that resistance. Netflix, that one's going to continue to cruise up right here. It's just pulling back, but you can see it's set up real nice. And AVGO right now is just pulling back. So let's look at our semiconductors. They do look like they want to have a little bit of pullback right there. And MU is down a little bit. What's the Soxel doing? That's the bull. And let me just take a quick look. Look at that setup, guys. I mean, this thing is getting set up right here. That's your Dow Bull Semiconductor ETF, and it is not looking bad right there. And TSM right here is down. Oh, that one's getting set up too. Wow, what beautiful setups we're seeing here. AMD. Let's look at that one. We know that's set up, just a little healthy pullback right there. We had talked about these things pulling back, and now we're seeing it right at the end of August. I'm telling you, these things are going to get ripping, guys. CI, Cigna, been firing on all cylinders, and we nailed that one, guys. That was in our morning note. Or night note, not the morning note, the night note, and on the Discord as well. And I haven't been posting. I'll post again tonight. I just been kind of getting settled in here. That was a long drive yesterday. Holy cow, like over 7-hour drive from the Philadelphia area up to Niagara Falls. I'll tell you what, it was a beautiful drive. I mean, real nice. And yeah, and customs was easy to come through, guys. They asked us like 5 questions, and we just rolled right through. It took a while to get to the line, and of course, like the one line was moving. I get into that line, and then it just comes to a complete stop, and the line I was in just flies through. I'm like, that's the way it works. But anyway, yeah, customs was pretty easy. They it was. We had a really nice lady, and she just kind of asked us a few questions, and we cruised right through. Used to take about 10 hours from northern New Jersey. Yeah, I believe that, because it's an hour and a half up. And yeah, it was a beautiful ride, though, I must say. And we just cruised. We really, honestly, we hit like zero traffic. It was kind of a crazy. I don't think we even hit. We did Louis Rodriguez. It was the fastest I'd ever gotten through the center city. I've been doing that my whole life, cruising through the city, and I've never once not hit traffic. The only time we hit it, there's one spot, City Line Ave, they merged together, and literally just had to slow down, and I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen anything like that, and I was like, wow, this is working out well. Anyway, let's see how our semiconductors are working out this morning. And SMCI, that one's got to set up. Look at that thing. I think you're going to see this little bounce off, guys, and get set up. Maybe even levels down a little bit. Your 20's coming down to push it down. So we will see some of that pullback. But I'm telling you, this market's going to get ripping again. And we already know that. It's just a matter of how much it wants to pull back here. AMD, we were looking at it. And QCOM, I think we might have threw it up. I don't even remember. But let's check it out. That one's been set up right here. Good old QCOM. And yeah, just running up, you'll see that pullback. And then again, these things are going to get ripping, guys. And snow right here is coming down a little bit. Good support right there. And again, they're not crossing through that MACD just yet, but you know they will be relatively soon. And when they do, they're going to get ripping right there. And PayPal, let's see what it's doing. It was looking pretty good before. I forget what it did yesterday. It is curling up. That one does look pretty good right there. I think PayPal starts moving. And let's look at Intel, because that one looks really good. I know that. INTC, you're up some more right there as the government's trying to take a stake in that company. And good old Dell right here is down. But this one sitting on that support line, saw that one could roll off, could fall back. You could see the 20 support lines could roll up and could come back down and go up. So again, I would be careful today. It's a wild market. That SPY looks way too crazy to me. And IBM, I'm telling you, is getting set up, guys. This one's going to be a great opportunity right here. As you can see down, that was your bottom down there at 234. We'll make sure it could hit right here and bounce down one more time as they get set up for this last week or two, it looks like, at the end of the summer. So that's what they look like at the moment. Here's Palantir right here, and that was pulling back just a hair, but getting set up, has that support right there. And we'll see how far it wants to come down. I don't know why the thing, I think I hit the enter. I have to see. I'm hitting something over here. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, Sophie's still up there. I mean, Sophie and Palantir are just going to be great ones, guys. I'm hitting, I guess, that. I don't know what the heck I'm hitting. But yeah, Sophie and Palantir, I think they're just going to be solid. You can tell how solid they've been. Here's Mara right here, just pulling back a little bit and getting set up. And Riot, let's see, that's looking pretty good to get set up. And how about our Clean Spark? And that's going to get set up. So them three not looking bad. And we'll go through our crypto real quick. MicroStrategy is pulled back, and it has some room to pull back. So we'll wait for it to find that very bottom and then run it back up. MicroStrategy will be a good one. And Robinhood right here is pretty bullish. And we know Coinbase was getting set up. It was down just a little bit, but this is going to be a really good opportunity right there. So keep your eye on that. And let's look at Webull right here. That's flat, about to get cruising as well. And let's see Space SPCE. Let me take a look and see. This one's getting set up pretty well. Remember how much of a dumpster fire it was for there for a while? I was going to take it off the list, and now Space is looking pretty good again. After Trump got back in, Space kind of turned around. So here is Boeing, and that looks like it's going to have a little bit of pullback. Let's see what Lockheed Martin's doing right now, because that was setting up, running up a little bit. And how about Northrop Grumman? We haven't looked at it in a while. That's way up there. That's going to be pulling back. Huntington Ingalls. What did I hit? I thought I hit an HII, but maybe not. There we go, Huntington Ingalls, and that's just setting up. We're going to pull back. So, yeah, we're about to see that pullback right there that we've been talking about for a while. It's just been taking its time to do it. And like I said, the market's been moving slow. DJT pulling back right there. And we always know fun's going to pull back when DJT does. It follows it. McDonald's wasn't looking bad. A little bit of pullback here, and it looks like it was going to want to roll off that MACD and keep bouncing off of it. And how about Disney right here? Disney setting up. Look at that setup, Luis Rodriguez, not looking bad there for good old Disney. And Oxy right here. Let's see, because that oil and gas is still setting up right here. I know this was up yesterday, RBNE. And it is, I mean, look at that setup right there, guys. Oil and gas still looking really good to me. We'll look at Gush right here. Oh, maybe we will. No, we will. Let's look at Gush. And there you go. Oh, man, that looks like it's just trying to get through. The next time this gets through, your 20 pulls it up. It's going to get rolling. So they're just taking their time for whatever reason. Something's going on here. And ExxonMobil is setting up. So oil and gas still looking good. And that's what it looks like right there. I don't know what just disconnected, but something said it disconnected. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, when's Powell speaking, guys? I forget. Let me look up here. I think Luis Rodriguez was just saying something, but let me just take a quick peek at the schedule right here. Here we go. Let's just look at the news. It may say a rush of detail or retail data will decode the resilient consumer. Caution on Ukraine, eyes on Jackson Hole. That's what I was saying. Gold has crushed stocks, bonds, and even Bitcoin in 2025. The banking giant just got more bullish, and stock futures tick down as retail earnings roll in, and traders await Powell's speech. Global stock steady as Ukraine talks continue. So that's basically what I was saying this morning. You can see something's happening in the market. And remember, I was saying it last week. Something was going on, and it's these war talks, guys. That'll make the chart set up like that. That's for sure. And then Powell is speaking at the thing. I don't know, is that today or tomorrow? I forget, to be honest with you, but we have our housing stuff, not in real crazy, but Thursday initial claims and that stuff. But again, the Powell speaking at Jackson Hole is going to be way bigger. So let's see what else is going on from here. Let's see what you guys are looking at real quick, and then we'll go through. I can't tell you, I have such a hard time getting the cursor down there on the other screen. Anyway, the buyout. Hold on. Viking Therapeutics announces positive top-line results from phase 2 venture oral dosing, and it's a formulation in patients with obesity. So that buyout's going to be a nice one, premium, that's for sure. CleanSpark has that look, and RCAT, we'll look at that. Pal speaks Friday and could turn everything upside down with the Fed's guidance. And then we'll look at them couple right there. But I agree. I mean, I thought it was during the week, but it is Friday, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. And I think the market's just going to be running around. RCAT has that look like it's getting set up, has some time right there. Humarian or whatever this one is, HUM. Hold on, let me get there. HUM right there. And Humana, that's what it is. That one's been running up there, so that's not too bad. And let's see what else is going on. I'm dropping stuff all over the place. Let's see. What was else? UNC, that's what I meant to look at, actually. And it has, I'm telling you, this thing's going to continue to run up there. Obviously, it ran up a little more yesterday, just a little healthy pullback, nothing real crazy. That Oscar, too, OSCR, had been running up and starting to get cruising. So there you go with that one. Not looking bad right there. Cigna obviously was blasting off and looking good. And we were all over that one. And it's still looking pretty good to run up right there. So there you go with that. And Viking, VKTX stock getting crushed. Nausea side effect ran up to $60, down now to $30. So yeah, I remember we had played Viking. That was like when, December? Yeah, right before the holidays. I remember it had run way up there. I remember we smashed that thing. I remember hitting an option on that thing, and then look at that look right there. That's a crazy look. Holy cow! That's what you were talking about, Lewis, or Laptop Travel. Opened at 43.83, and it's down into the 29 right now. Holy cow! Viking just took a beating. And I guess that's why you can't hang out and hold on to your options very long. Look at that thing. Holy cow. What a run up right there this morning. What happened? What did it even do? Besides the thing that we were talking about, that oral 2 venture. So that's what you were talking about. So you had positive results, spiked up like crazy, and then got sold off. And you know it's going to bounce off of that thing. It has to. So yikes is right, Laptop Travel. That thing looks crazy, that's for sure. And let's see what else is going on over here, if we can find anything else. Yeah, that's a weak market right there, guys. I'll run right through here, see what's happening real quick. That ADD, GTI. Here's our Mullen. I mean, what a disaster for a company. And LASC was the big runner. That GIBO is still trying to get set up right there. And that RAI is looking a little better as well, as your 20s coming down for it. So keep an eye on RAYA. Open Doors been running up. There's your AREC. Filtrate. It's just pulling back. It'll roll back off. I hope you play them spikes and then the pullbacks there. And Intel right here is looking pretty good, as the country wants to take a stake in that company. And there's your SOX. So like I said, it's definitely setting up. And your SOX is at SOXS. The semiconductor bear is pulling back right there. There's your Viking. And TeraWulf was running up pretty nice yesterday. And here is Ocean Pal. And we'll keep an eye on that one. It's in a bearish trend, but could have a quick pop again. It did run recently. And let's see what's going on this side over here. And that LASE and CISS is C3 something. I know that company. ADD right there. Big curl up for you. And we were talking about it. WALD, that was on your Laptop Travel list right there. And that one's getting popping. And the GTI, so that's what it looks like, guys. The market isn't really that crazy this morning, that's for sure. Let's just look and see what our SPY is doing at the moment. And it is down 51 cents. And I do think we see that little bit of pullback here. And then we'll get set back up. So maybe a little weak end of the summer run right here. So it could be pulling back. But I'm telling you, these markets are going to get ripping, and all kinds of stuff in the Rolodex for Trump. Now he's got peace deals going on. They're supposed to talk Putin and Zelensky. So we'll see what goes on with that. And then you also have the Fed Powell speaking Friday. And we have to see, because he should be talking about the rates coming down. That's for sure. There's no reason that they're not coming down. I mean, it's ridiculous at this point. So the only one he's hurting is us. He's killing the country, guys. And everybody knows it, and he's playing political games. I don't know what the hell he thinks. He must think people are retarded because he's insane. Anyway, that is what the market looks like, guys. So I would say that's a pretty good pre-market review. Not a whole lot going on. And I am doing the pre-market review in Canada. So there you are, everybody. And yeah, I'm looking around. I don't see anything else. Let me see what's trending. There's a bunch of weird coins trending on StockTwits. I don't know what was going on. That just means that the market's not doing anything, to be completely honest with you. The Viking, and then yeah, just a bunch. Cardano is back up. Oh yeah, this PANW. I saw this one running up. You had this one, Luis Rodriguez. You were talking about this the other day. I know that Palo Alto thing, and that one jumped up pretty nice right there. And like I said, it's just a bunch of weird looking coins. And Home Depot right there took a nice pullback on its earnings, but we'll get curled back up. So that's not too bad. And anything else over here? No, I think that's it, guys. Yeah, there's not a whole lot happening this morning, that's for sure. Let me take a quick look at crypto, and we'll see what it's doing. As you can see, Bitcoin came back up to 115. It was at 114 there. And it's just making them bases and getting ready. I'm telling you, they're just making tons of room on the chart. These things are going to get ripping. And you heard what, Eric Trump, I think this time, said buy that dip. And you might want to keep an eye on it. Maybe it comes back down to the 20. We'll be keeping an eye on all these bad boys. Solana's hitting the 20, could get rolled right back up. And Ripple was pulling back, but that's going to be getting set up. And again, look, guys, they didn't want to cross through. They wanted to make more room, and they're not even dipping hard. That's still your bottom down there. So they are pulling back, but it's nice and easy, and they do want to get ripping. Doge a little pullback. Cardano was up a little bit, and Cardano looks like it wants to roll off right now and get ripping. So here's Stellar XLM, a little bit of pullback. Chainlink was running up the other day. I saw that spiking up over 25, 26. And Optimism right here is just kind of setting up, and this other one, SUI, is a pretty good one too, and that's just pulling back to get set up. So there you go, guys. I would say it's a good market review, and VKTX lost some weight. You're not kidding. That thing got, holy cow, what the heck even happened to that? Could you imagine waking up and you had options on this thing, and you wake up this morning and see that it literally went to $60, and now it's sitting at 28 and you couldn't do anything about it? That's crazy. That is absolutely insane right there, guys. So that's why sometimes the options aren't the best option. And that's why you got to be trading on Webull at 4 a.m. because look at this thing. I mean, it already ran up tremendously, and now it's down 33%. So that is crazy right there. And let me see what is on X over here. Laptop Travel sent us some information. Let me take a quick look and see. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nausea reported in their new positive weight loss drug. So that's interesting right there. I'm going to retweet that out. You guys can see that's what happened to Viking this morning. So the new TrendSpider, look at the SPY. It's wedged right up in the corner right there. You're not kidding. And I love it. Laptop Travel on TrendSpider right there. I hope you're enjoying the TrendSpider. It is awesome, Laptop Travel. I think it is going to be an amazing thing for you as into the market as you are, like myself, and what we do. It's a game changer, guys. It really steps up your game to a whole nother level. And again, they still have that deal. I forget when the thing was over, but you had the free trial for TrendSpider. I think it's still going on. I'll check it out and see after the show. I'll post up the link again if you want. I don't have it up on this computer, but I can get to it real easily and give you guys that. And yeah, you guys should be taking advantage of that and at least trying out the free trial, because I'm telling you, TrendSpider is the bomb. It might not be the best week to utilize it, but again, you can still see that things are pulling back. Look at this Viking right here. Holy cow, that thing got smashed down, guys. So I don't know. It must have just got completely sold off. And yeah, that's pretty wild right there. That's a big old dip, and that's called what we love to call a great opportunity. So we will take a look and keep an eye on that one. That's for sure. And there you go, guys. I would say that's a pretty good pre-market review. I'll be back on tonight at 9 p.m. We'll roll through a night show, see what the market did today. I'll be checking it out. Google increased their stake in TeraWulf, and we did mention it. And TeraWulf was looking good. It popped up yesterday, and it had been running up there. It's in the top, a little bit of pullback. So we'll have to see if it wants to stay into the top. It has some good support down here. It very well possibly could, but it could have a little bit of pullback depending on what this market wants to do too. So that is what we're looking like this morning, guys, and I appreciate everybody hanging out. Of course, all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And thanks again for tuning in. Be sure to follow along YouTube, X, Instagram, and all that good stuff. I'll shoot you some pictures from Canada today. I'll post some up. And Niagara Falls, we're going to tour that good stuff. I'm in Canada, guys. We were walking around after midnight through Canada, and I'm trying to remember what the hell the name of the street is down there. I can't remember the name. I got to look it up. Something Hill, I think. I forget. But that street's crazy. It's like Fremont Street, but for kids, like for families. It was wild down there. They have like everything going on. So I'll take a couple videos and post some stuff out. We'll be having a good time in Canada, guys. So I'll keep you guys posted. The market doesn't look like it's going to be crazy. And this is why you take your vacations in August, because not much goes on towards the end of the summer. It happens every year. And so I've called on and have some poutine for you. I sure will, Sam. I'm going to definitely get some of that. I know my daughter wants to try it. My daughter wants to try a bunch of different food items in Canada because they don't put the red dye. She's like, I want to try Doritos. She wants to try the McDonald's here. She has like an entire list of stuff she just wants to try because the food's a little bit different. So that'll be fun too. And GRYP is not looking bad right there, Zach. I must say you might have a little bit of pullback. We'll see what it wants to do, but it almost looks like it bottomed off of that 20 right there yesterday. And I'll be keeping an eye on that one for sure today. So that is, and then what did Pew had taken that big old dip there. It was pretty stinky. Let's see. It's going to bounce back up, and it's going to be a great opportunity. I was going to say, keep an eye on this thing because it's probably going to roll up. And this PSQH was another one that got beat down on the earnings right there. And there you go. It's trying to run up there yesterday. I thought it would be trying to bounce back up. So there you go. And Doge Mama 9, I sure will have a great day. You guys all have a great day. And again, thanks for getting up and hanging out this morning. VKTX Management will host a conference call to discuss top line results from the company's phase 2 venture. So that's today at 8 a.m. So you can participate in that if you'd like. And that's going to be an interesting call for sure after it just spiked up to $60 and now it's at, I don't know what I just typed in. VKTX is what I was trying to type in, and now it's at 27. Holy cow. Yeah, it went down to 25 from Fed. I mean, it literally just crippled in half right there. And that's pretty wild. The botanical gardens near Niagara are beautiful. Yeah, I think we might have walked through some of them last night, Luis Rodriguez, and that's how we got over. Me and my wife literally just walked down there, and yeah, we had no idea. You could just walk right along the falls right there. It's awesome. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. So that is it. They have some really nice gardens set up. We walked through this one garden to get right down to the falls. And yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, the thing just falls over this ledge, I guess, like all the time. It's pretty amazing to see. I'm not going to lie. And we're taking that boat trip and all that good stuff to go see it all. So there you go, everybody. And that is a good pre-market review right there. And longer term, I think Viking could be a really good one. We do like the company and had liked how it looked. And obviously today it did some crazy moves. So that is the one that's going to be being talked about right now is good old Viking right there is taking the stage. And NVIDIA is up out of the Mag 7. Not looking bad, but again, it's not crawling through at the moment. It still has all that resistance distance up there, and they do have to get set up. And you can walk through the caves and come out right next to the waterfalls. I'll be checking that out, Luis Rodriguez, that's for sure. So thank you very much. And yeah, if anyone has any good tips for Niagara Falls, just shoot them over to me. I will definitely take them and check them out, because you know that I like to do all that crazy stuff and keep on cruising. So there you go, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I'll keep you guys updated. Not a whole lot going on, I'm not going to lie. So it's a good day just to kind of hang out and go look at Niagara Falls, I guess. So you guys enjoy the day. Be sure to trade smart, lock in your profits, and goodbye. Good luck. See you later, and have a great day, everybody. And I knew I should have had the thing down here. I was like, I'm going to end it, and I can't get the cursor down to the other screen. I have two screens set up, and the StreamYard down here. Here we go. I finally got it. All right, guys. So you guys have a great day. Appreciate you hanging out, and I will keep you guys updated. I'll see you guys tonight. Have a good day, everybody.